Today on All Things 80s, addressing one of Kenner's most glaring omissions. Welcome back to All Things 80s, and I believe that most people watching this video will be of the same opinion that the Kenner Star Wars line was one of the greatest toy lines ever made. However, with that said, it wasn't without its omissions. Now, to me, one of the most glaring omissions was the fact that in 1984, in the Power of the Force line, they gave us Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper disguise. But they did not give us Han Solo in Stormtrooper disguise. And those figures were a pair, you know. If you had the Death Star playset, how could you possibly recreate that famous scene where the two heroes rescue Princess Leia dressed up as stormtroopers? Now, this would have been the easiest figure that Kenner ever made, given that they had the mold for the Luke Skywalker stormtrooper figure. All they needed was to craft a small head for the Han Solo, stick it on the same body, there you go, Han Solo stormtrooper disguise. And it just baffles me as to why that never happened. Initially I thought, well, maybe they didn't want to give us two Han Solos in the same line, but they gave us two Luke Skywalkers in the Power of the Force line. No reason for them not to have done that. Again, like I said, we all love the Star Wars Kenner line, but there were a few questionable decisions made, and that has to be one of the ultimate omissions from the line. However, all's not lost, because thanks to Stan's Solo creations, we now have the Han Solo in Stormtrooper disguise. And it's a few decades late, granted, but better late than never. And if you, like I said, have a Death Star playset, whether it be the plastic Kenner or the cardboard Palitoy, what could look better than having Han Solo in his Stormtrooper disguise alongside Luke rescuing the princess? Now, as with all these Stan Solo figures, I just cannot get over how well constructed they are. Everything about them just feels perfect, they look perfect, the weapons look perfect. And I know people are, or some people I should say, are up in arms at the thought of repro. Well, this is not repro because there was never one. This is solving a huge gap, and anyone that doesn't want this on principle is cutting off their nose to spite their face. Now, for me, these will be displayed with the helmets either on the ground or in their hands, because otherwise it's just another Stormtrooper, and you could pick up a retro collection Stormtrooper if that's what you want to do. But for me to have these two figures like this, it's just a wonderful thing to see, and many decades late perhaps, but we have them now. And if you are like me and always felt odd that there was never a Han Solo to accompany the Luke Skywalker, well, the problem is now solved. So I am extremely happy to have this in my collection, and once I do set up my figures on display, these two will be posed side by side. So I hope you enjoyed that quick overview there. Highly recommended. So thank you all for watching, with special thanks going out to the patrons. Please like, please subscribe, and as always, stay tuned for more videos from All Things 80s.